Mothers, fathers, America, what's good? This is your boy Codell, and welcome back to another episode of the Father's Gospel Podcast. Today, you guys, we got a good episode. So, I've been doing some research over the last couple weeks, trying to connect the dots basically. And what I'm trying to do right now is I'm beginning to connect the dots between the ABA, which is the American Bar Association, the Washington State Bar Association, DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, and some of the leaders within the Washington State Bar Association, as well as the American Bar Association. So I'm getting those dots connected and trying to get on the money trail, basically following the money, seeing where the funding's coming from, all that good stuff. So today I'm going to be going through an article. I'm going to be highlighting some of the leaders within the Washington State Bar Association, as well as the American Bar Association. And I'm also going to be highlighting their what's it called? Their philosophy, basically, their political views on things, and some of the programs they're pushing. So, which should alarm all of you when I highlight this stuff. And so without any further ado, you guys, let's get into this. All right. So I got this article from Gateway Pundit, right? And it says Federal Trade Commission cuts off far left American Bar Association, the lawyers' wing of the Democrat Party, bans appointee from any involvement. Okay. So let's see what this says. It says Federal Trade Commission FTC Chairman Andrew Ferguson has declared an all-out war against the lawyers' wing of the Democratic Party, the American Bar Association, which is the ABA. The new directive prohibits any FTC political appointees from engaging with or benefiting from the ABA in any capacity. The Federal Trade Commission Chairman Andrew N. Ferguson announced a new policy that prohibits FTC political appointees from holding leadership roles in the American Bar Association, participating in ABA events, or renewing their ABA memberships. Additionally, the FTC will no longer use its resources to support any employees' ABA membership or participation in ABA activities, according to the FTC. So it sounds like the FTC is cutting all ties with the American Bar Association. Now, the article goes on to say, this decisive action comes in the wake of the ABA's recent highly politicized critique of President Donald J. Trump's administration, particularly its efforts to reform the corruption-riddled U.S. aid. The ABA's outburst was nothing short of a political diatribe, accusing the Trump-Vance administration of wide-scale affronts to the rule of law while conveniently ignoring the nation's crippling $38 trillion debt. Okay, so we're going to be getting into it here in the episode here shortly. There is reports that the ABA has received $20+ million and more in funding just recently from USAID. And we'll get into that. Anyways, here's the ABA's statement. Okay, so they said it has been 3 weeks since Inauguration Day. Most Americans recognize that newly elected leaders bring change. That is expected, but most Americans also expect that change will take place in accordance with the rule of law and in an orderly manner that respects the lives of affected individuals and the work they have asked to perform. Instead, we see wide-scale affronts to the rule of law itself, such as attacks on constitutionally protected birthright citizenship, the dismantling of USAID, and the attempts to criminalize those who support lawful programs to eliminate bias and enhance diversity. Okay, there's that woke word. All right, we have seen attempts at wholesale dismantling of departments and entities created by Congress without seeking the required congressional approval to change the law. There are efforts to dismiss employees with little regard for the law and protections they merit, and social media announcements that disparage and appear to be motivated by a desire to inflame without any stated factual basis. This is chaotic. It may appeal to a few, but it is wrong, and most Americans recognize it is wrong. It is also contrary to the rule of law. The American Bar Association supports the rule of law. That means holding government, including our own, accountable under law. We stand for a legal process that is orderly and fair, and we have consistently urged the administration of both parties to adhere to the rule of law. We stand in that familiar place again today, and we do not stand alone. Our courts stand for the rule of law as well. So, yeah, this right here. This is what they tweet out. It's what I just read. They're obviously not a fan of Trump, DOGE, and Elon and everything that's going on right now. But I think it's pretty obvious they're just trying to hide their corruption and how much taxpayer money they have been stealing from we, the people. And also the stuff that the programs that ABA is behind and supporting totally confirms that they are a far left organization of the Democrat Party. But anyways, let's keep getting going with this article. Okay, so article says Chairman Ferguson in his letter to the staff countered these claims with sharp criticism of the ABA's stance, suggesting that the ABA statement was less about upholding law and more political tirade filled with Democratic talking points. Ferguson pointed out that the ABA's long history of biased actions against Republican judicial nominees and its controversial position on various social issues. He also highlighted the ABA's significant financial interest in USAID with over $39 million in taxpayer-funded grants and contracts in the past year. So yeah, $39 million in taxpayer-funded grants and contracts just in the past year. ABA has received from USAID. So this is crazy, man. Accusing them of conflict of interest when attacking Trump's reforms. Chairman Ferguson's letter to staff read, the president of the ABA recently issued a statement causing the Trump-Vance administration a wide-scale affronts to the rule of law. What followed was breathless screed leveled against President Donald J. Trump's swift and tireless delivery on his promise to the American people to confront our existential immigration crisis and end waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government. The statement was not a sober assessment of the law. It was a collection of Democratic talking points with the ABA's logo affixated at the top. The ABA statement mentioned nothing about this debt crisis. It instead attacked President Trump's decision to reform the United States Agency for International Development. The ABA's focus on U.S. aid is not a coincidence. The ABA has had its hand in U.S. aid for some time. The ABA received more than $22 million from USAID and nearly $17 million from the State Department in taxpayer-funded grants and contracts in the last 12 months alone. Shortly after releasing the statement, the ABA joined coalition left-wing NGOs, and a lot of NGOs are ran and funded by George Soros. And actually, again, it's we, the taxpayers, that are actually funding these NGOs because that money actually goes to George Soros and then he redisperses it. So he's just taking our money and spending it on these far left radical NGOs, you know. Anyways, shortly after releasing its statement, the ABA joined a coalition of left-wing NGOs in suing President Trump to turn the U.S. aid spigot back on. Nothing prevents the ABA suing to collect taxpayer money from U.S. aid, but its failure to disclose its massive financial interest in U.S. aid while criticizing President Trump's reform on that troubled agency was deceptive and unethical. The deception is particularly galling given that the ABA claims it was founded to promote ethical conduct among America's lawyers. The ABA's partisan advocacy on behalf of Democrats is not new. It has been happening for decades. Consider just a few examples. A long documented history of bias ratings of Republican judicial nominees, including Justice Clarence Thomas, Judge Robert Bork, Judge Edith H. Jones, Judge Lawrence Van Dyke, Judge Sarah Pitlick, and Judge Catherine Kimball Mizell. The imposition of unlawful DEI requirements on American law school as a requirement of accreditation, the putative recognition of the Equal Rights Amendment as a part of the U.S. Constitution, a fictitious and tendentious, I'm probably not saying that right, position rejected by every court to have considered it, as well as then President Joe Biden's own archivist of the United States, or archivist. I don't know, probably not saying that right. Consistently leftist amicus advocacy on nearly every major social issue, including affirmative action, transgender ideology, capital punishment, and abortion. Senator Mike Lee has come out in strong support of Ferguson's decision, praising his courage for distancing the FTC from the ABA's overtly leftist agenda. So yeah, I'm not going to finish reading this. I think you guys understand the American Bar Association is a far left radical organization that is stealing money from we the people and then investing that money into programs that hurt our families. Fathers, remember what is it like for us in custody cases? What is it like for us in family courts? Let's connect some dots here. So we have Title 4D, which matches all 50 states. It matches them 66 cents to the dollar for every dollar of child support they collect. What's that do? That causes dysfunctions in the family. It tends to motivate one side to make sure they're keeping one parent out of the family, and then the longer these attorneys and judges can drag these cases out, the more money they can make off the clients, off of these broken families, off of these broken homes, and so the whole program's just set up to destroy families. It's absolutely horrendous. But anyways, so yeah, now let's get into let's just confirm the connection with Washington State Bar Association and the American Bar Association. So it says right here, financing WSBA, which is the Washington State Bar Association, is funded by mandatory licensee fees imposed upon Washington legal licensees by order of the Washington Supreme Court at the time of American Bar Association 2007 dues and mandatory fee survey of the 32 mandatory states in the country. So, yeah, I'm not going to read the rest of that. I just wanted to confirm that right here. So, Washington State Bar Association is under the umbrella of the American Bar Association. So they're sending money to the American Bar Association every year, paying fees. And here's some of the stuff that the American Bar Association is pushing and supporting: Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Center. And this is their website, ABA, American Bar Association. So what does that do? It provides guidance, spearheads projects, and enhances collaboration and communication to advance ABA Goal 3 to eliminate bias and enhance diversity in our association, legal profession, and justice system. Goal 3, entities with the center advance different but interrelated areas of diversity, equity, and inclusion. So the American Bar Association, which is taking taxpayer money from U.S. aid, is using our money to push this woke propaganda, you guys. And here they got a little video. Let's hear what these little monsters have to say.
If we are not ourselves diverse, if we are not ourselves inclusive, then we cannot inspire confidence in the judicial system amongst the many people of color and people of all differences who we are meant to be serving and representing. So being ourselves diverse and inclusive, I believe, increases confidence in the rule of law in the judicial system and shows our diverse communities that the leadership of the legal community understands the issues they face and will respond appropriately.
Diversity is about the workforce. Inclusion is about the workplace. And every entity is made up of the workforce and the workplace. So it is by definition a collective endeavor, and it's something that's important to every organization and every body. And so it's something that is critically important as is anything else in the ecosystem of any organization.
We are the Diversity and Inclusion Center. So look, these are all, they don't even hide it, you guys. This is the American Bar Association. And dads, we all know how the woke left feels about men in general, fatherhood. They make it very clear with their feminist groups and just their whole outlook in general that fathers have no value to their children. So you guys got to really think about that. This is the mental mind state that the people behind the American Bar Association are pushing. They don't value fathers. They don't value meritocracy. What they value is power and control and being able to take our money. These people are freaking crooks. So, anyways, let's keep moving. Now, let's look at some of their leadership, you guys. All right. Let me take a sip of my coffee real quick. All right. So that's their leadership. There's a bunch of them. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Okay. So again, American Bar Association. Here's their chair, Leanne Ranson, chair elect, vice chair, secretary, so on, so on, and so on. And yeah, you guys, these people are the people we not need to start digging into, start getting basically figuring out what their backgrounds are, who they're affiliated with, uh what they're supporting. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, it seems obvious they're supporting woke stuff, but yeah, this is their leadership. We need to be looking into really people like Leanne Ranson, what she supports, what she's doing. Just, you guys, if you want to dig on any of these people, I encourage you to start researching into them and then start sending me the information that you find on them to me, and I will start highlighting it on the show, because the American Bar Association and the Washington State Bar Association is something that I'm going to continue to research into and continue to do my best to connect the dots and get that money trail established so we can really expose these people for who they are. Okay, so anyways, yeah, that's their leadership, man. There's a whole bunch of them. It goes on and on. Like I said, they're pushing this diversity, equity, inclusion crap. Now let's keep going. Okay, so here's the Washington State Bar Association. Hold up, it is loading up. All right, so we got this lady, Dawn Sidney, right? And Dawn Sidney is an attorney here in Washington State. All right, and this is her right here. And she is, again, she's part of the Washington State Bar Association. Like I said, where's it at? So she is on, this is the Washington State Bar Association Family Law section. She is on the executive committee of the Washington State Family Bar Association. All right. And then also we have a chair like Kimberly Logues, Tamara Garrison, Shelley Brandt, Patrick Ronsley, Nancy Hawkins, Kiana Gallup, Sunithia, and Jill. This chick is a trip. Okay. This lady is super woke. And then we got Carrie Petstrak. So these are all people, you guys, we need to be investigating. These are all the current members, Stephen Foster, so on, so on, and so on. We all need to be investigating these people. And again, like, I encourage you, if you start diving into these people and you're coming up with some interesting information, but you don't necessarily want to put it out there yourself, send it to me at Father's Gospel Podcast at gmail.com, and I will highlight it on the show, because I am on a mission to expose the Washington State Bar Association, the American Bar Association, these corrupt attorneys, these corrupt judges, these corrupt commissioners. I mean, this is David versus Goliath, and I'm determined to take down Goliath. But anyways, yeah, so Dawn Sidney, again, she's an attorney out here. She is the chair of the executive committee for family law, which is called FLEC. So, yeah, you guys, we need to be looking into them. All right. And then, so a lot of stuff's going on here. Like, I got DOGE. I started using Grok, which is Elon's AI search engine. All right, let's ask it a question. I'm going to ask, I know we already kind of went over this, but I still want to ask it. So, how much money has the American Bar Association received from USAID? USAID in 2024. Let's do 2024. All right, let's see what it says. Based on available information, the exact total amount of the American Bar Association received from USAID is not fully specified in a single authoritative source. However, Specific instances of funding have been reported. In September 2024, USA awarded the ABA 1.9 million, as noted in posts on X and reference and discussion about funding ahead of the 2024 elections. Additional claims on X suggest the ABA received 4.7 million from USAID in 2024 calendar year alone, though this figure lacks detailed corroboration from official sources within the provided data. These figures indicate that the ABA received at least 1.9 million, with some claims suggesting up to 4.7 million or more, depending on the time frame, calendar year 2024 versus fiscal year 2024, which runs from October 1st, 2023 to September 30th, 2024. However, without comprehensive data from an official source like USAID's budgets, records of foreign assistance.gov, okay, we're going to have to check that out. For the full 2024 period, these numbers remain partial and inconclusive. For a precise total, one would need to consult USAID's official spending record or the ABA's financial disclosure in 2024, which are not fully detailed, and the provided references posted on X and web sources hint at significant funding, potentially millions more in prior years, but the exact 2024 amount cannot be confirmed beyond the 1.9 million grant unless further evidence emerges, given the current date of February 20th, 2025. Additional 2024 funding could have occurred later in the year, but no such data is available here. Thus, the confirmed minimum is 1.9 million with a possible higher total pending verification. So basically, Grok is saying DOGE has been able to confirm 1.9 million, but there's a lot of evidence pointing that it's a lot higher than that. And then, like, if we click on this, because this is where, like, so you got web pages and you got posts. So this is where Grok is pulling its information from, a lot of its information from. Let's see what it says over here. Let's see. ABA received annual grant of 3.8 million from the ABA in 2024, 2025. Okay. And that was put out by AmericanBarFoundation.org. Let's see. What else? Anything else really interesting in here? Let's see. Okay, so this says American Bar Association open secrets. American Bar Association contributions in the 2024 cycle, 26,078. Lobbying 2024, 700,000. Outside spending in the 2024 cycle. Okay. What else we got? Let's see. Anything else interesting in here? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so we're going to do some more digging into that, you guys, and I'm going to also, where's it at? I want to make sure. Okay, so foreign assistance. I'm not going to dive into this right now, but I'm just saving this for myself. You know what? In fact, I'm going to highlight all that right there, and then boom, I'm going to freaking web search it. All right. Anyways, we'll go back to that. That'll be in another episode. But yeah, you guys. So obviously, USAID is receiving our tax money, which is freaking crazy, you know, and they're doing whatever the heck they want with it, which is just nuts. And we gotta keep digging on this. Now, check this out, you guys. All right, so here is DOGE, right? This is the department. This is the official website for the Department of Government Efficiency. All right. Dude, this gets so freaking crazy. All right. Let's see. So this is just like contracts, you know, money that it's valued at, that's going through, that Doge has found so far. But where's it at, dude? USAID, Agency for International Development. Yeah, so this right here gets freaking crazy, bro. Like, it's, man, do I already have the web page up somewhere else? Hold up, just bear with me for 1 second, you guys. Okay. Let's see. Contract. Yeah, let's click on contracts. I think I should be able to find. Yeah, Department of Agriculture. Okay, let's go down a little bit. I just want to highlight like how much freaking money, dude, the USAID is just giving away at a time. Okay, it's insane. Department of Commerce, Department of Commerce. Let's see. I mean, like there's certain Department of Defense, Department of Education. Look at that, dude. Department of Education, 39 million, 54 million, 23 million, 23 million. Yet we have some of the worst public schools in the country. 40 million, 16, 14, like just millions and millions of freaking dollars like that they're just stealing from us. So look at that, $105 million, dude, of US taxpayer money. Like it's so crazy. And this is going on in all these sectors. Like, and this is just money laundering operations. Like the foreign aid department is absolutely insane. Dude, like it's just anyways, you guys, I kind of just wanted to like highlight like how much of our taxpayer money is being spent and just let you know like this is all connected to the family courts as well, and the American Bar Association and the Washington State Bar Association and all the bar associations in all 32 states that have bar associations. So we really need to dig up this information. We really need to connect these dots. We really need to follow the money, and we really got to just start exposing these people for who they are. So you guys, again, I'm encouraging you. I want you to go out there and I want you to start researching into, the members of the executive committee for Washington State Bar Association Family Law Section, okay, which is FLEC. All right. Like look into Don Sidney, do some research, Kimberly, all these people, and share that information with me at fathersgospelpodcast@gmail.com. Help me expose these people. You got judges and commissioners you want to expose here in Washington that have just been absolutely atrocious in the family courts and that just continually violate your constitutional rights. Do some digging on them. Send me some information. Send me something concrete I can use to help expose their illegal activity and behavior. So yeah, you guys, we got a nation to save, man. We got families to save. We got to get the dads back in the house, man. We got to get good women, back, in control of these out of control baby mamas starting drama. Like we need good men and we need good women to really step up and get in the game and get vocal and tell the family courts, this is done. We're done. We're done with you destroying families, destroying marriages. Get out. You are no longer allowed to be involved in such a high level in our personal business. So we got to expose all this corruption. But anyways, you guys, that's what I got for you today. Like I said, this is just the beginning right here when it comes to the American Bar Association and the Washington State Bar Association and FLEC, which is part of the Washington State Bar Association and their committee. We are going to expose all of it. We're going to drain the swamp here in Washington. The swamp's getting drained right now. And I'm telling you guys what's going on with DOGE. If we take advantage of it, this will have a major trickle down effect here in the state of Washington. We can use what's going on with DOGE to our advantage to really expose this whole entire broken down, swampy, disgusting system. So anyways, you guys, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done it yet, you know what to do. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. And until next episode, I love y'all. God loves you all. And be safe. I'm out. Peace.
Here comes Max. Whoa. Yeah. Was that fun? God, I'm an eye to my very last breath. Bless my son. My love never ends. Max, Papa loves you. I'm trouble.